Hello, investors. Welcome back. Let's talk about Ggpi. I want to go through the price action, give you an update from last week. We had some images released from the Polestar 5. We've also got the ability to vote. If you bought this on or before May 18th, then you have the right to vote. You should have all of that information already. And if you sold it, you still have the right to vote. If you sold it, bought it on or before May 18th, and then you sold it afterwards, you can still vote. And those votes will be tallied on June 22nd. We're also going to be talking about Renaissance Capital and what they had to say about this price action, because as you know, it has been really flat and in a downtrend. So it has just been sitting right there at almost its 52-week low, which is $9.70. It closed last week at $10.05. We're also going to go through a couple of slides in the investor presentation. The options chain. I also want to cover the options chain. There's some big option plays right around July 15th, and I wonder why. It's about 63,000, which is a pretty large number. So right before we do all that, be sure to subscribe to the channel, give the video a big thumbs up, and let's take a look at what Webull has to offer, and then we'll get started. Are you looking to sign up for your first brokerage account, or would you like to open up a second one for only a penny? Try out Webull, 0 commission, 0 deposit minimums, 6 free stocks for depositing that 1 penny. They are going to be offering OTC on their platform pretty soon. They've got a bigger list of crypto. They have the most inclusive list of IPOs. I really enjoy this platform. When you sign up, you get about 2 to 3 months of free level 2 data. All right, let's take a look at the charts. You can see up here, I have a resistance line. We had $10.40 where it was meeting some resistance down here. We've got some support around the $10 range. It went as low as $9.97 this morning. And then I highlighted these 3 points in the middle of May. You can see here on the 5-minute chart that this went as low as $10.09, $10.08. And then it tried to reverse. It tried to go up where it met resistance. And this is where I said in the last video, I wouldn't buy over $10.40, that I would be patient. This is a patience market and wait for this to drop down as close to the $10 range as possible. I believe that happened this morning. And with the CPI numbers coming out and with the fear with SPACs being terminated and postponed, you can afford to be patient and wait for this to go to even 970. So be sure that when this is in a downtrend, and that's what we're seeing by the RSI indicator here, that you're cost averaging into your position and not allocating 100% of your spend at one price point, just in case that this does dip further and further, or even goes into the mid 9s or even the low 9s. So both the open and the close price has been down the last 5 trading sessions, 35, 30, 15, 10, and 8. And you can see over here, 33, 29, 21, 14, 5, and 10. So we're looking for this to find support. And that next support area could be at the 52-week low of 970. This hasn't been moving too significantly, but that could be a sign of reversal on there or about, and we'll have to see what happens with CPI at the end of this week. The production Polestar 5 appeared to be revealed in patent images. You can see that here at EU IPO, or European Union Intellectual Property Office. So when they registered their RCD, then they also had graphical representations that were posted on the website. There's 7 pictures here if you want to check that out. Now, this vehicle is not supposed to come out till 2024. Now, let's take a look at the SEC filings, because this is going to be the catalyst that you're all preparing for, and you're looking to get a boost in your share price for 25 and the DEFA 14 alpha. Let's take a look at those forms. The biggest takeaway here is, as of May 18th, if you bought or purchased, you're a shareholder or a warrant holder on or before that date, then you should already have all of your information for the proposed business combination, and you are able to make your vote now. And they're going to be holding the results of that vote on June 22nd, 2022 at 9:30 a.m. And there's contact information on this page in case you didn't get that information. But be sure, if you support this, to make sure you cast your vote. Now, why are the SPACs not doing well? Why are they retreating in price? Why is Ggpi also retreating in price? The SPAC market stumbles in June with 2 merger terminations and 2 delayed votes. So This is something that I believe is impacting GGPI because it is also a SPAC reverse merger. Now, Red Ball acquisition and ticketing platform SeatGeek, this was one that I was really paying attention to. And then the day before they were supposed to do their vote, they instead mutually agreed to terminate the merger. And you can see that this is the case for a lot of these right now. So this could be also something that is causing some pressure in the share price. Now let's take a look at the Polestar investor presentation. There's just a few things that I want to point out to you. So first, the price point, the start production date, the range, how many vehicles they've produced. I think this slide says most of it, 29,000 vehicles sold and 2 models launched in 2021. We've got a goal of 50,000 for 2022, and by 2025, there's a target of 290,000 vehicles sold across 4 different models. So I believe the estimated volume of cars sold is something that we're really going to need to watch because they've already revised their number for 2022 this year to 50,000 due to what's happening in China and those lockdowns that really impacted their numbers. So they have a lot of assumptions by region baked into these numbers. And if those assumptions aren't perfect and there's some kind of geopolitical risk, then this has to get revised. And typically, these don't get revised up, they get revised down. Now, hopefully, we'll see them actually achieve over the 50,000 number. That's what we'll be looking for this year. But really impressive to see that they plan on tripling that number by 2023. Hopefully they can do that. They'll stay on track with that performance and they'll have 4 models available by 2024. And by the end of 2025, they plan on having almost 300,000 vehicle production capability. Now, this is a company that is globally expanding and does have a significant footprint in spaces, destinations, and service points all across the world. 2020 actual 40 locations. 2021 they doubled that to over 100, more than doubled it. 2023 estimated target 150 plus, and their service points actual 400, 800, 1100 targeted by 2023. So last slide, I want to cover the financial overview slide in this business investor presentation. So 6.6, 2023 billion dollars. Now they have to almost triple their current production capacity to be able to accomplish that. That is going to be challenging, especially with all of the factors that are happening in the economy right now. So will they be able to do that? That is something that we'll have to revisit to see if they do a guidance adjustment that could impact the share price. But I do believe we still have the catalyst of June 22nd coming up. Now, adjusted free cash flow, it's not projected to be positive until 2025. Maybe they can do that earlier. Maybe 2023 really messes up their projections to where they have to cut staff. We have to pay attention to what Tesla's doing, to what Coinbase is doing, to what Target is doing, to what Snap is saying. I mean, more and more companies are cutting staff and looking at cost levers to be able to pull. And some of those cost levers are advertising. Other cost levers are people. So we'll have to keep a pulse on that. But this financial overview, if it's accomplished, is very encouraging. So the last thing that I want to talk about is the option story that is playing out. And I believe there's 2 sides to the story. Either this stock price is going up or it's going down, and it could do both. With the CPI coming up and the Fed speaking next week, there's a number of people, and you can see it playing in the numbers down here. There are a lot of people buying puts, maybe believing that this has further down to go within the next 2 weeks, but overwhelmingly trading the 1250 right here for the call options out of the money, 19,000 people. Let's go back up to the chart because we have 71,000 people that believe out of the money or open market price of $10. So $10 and above, they believe that it's going to go up by July 15th. There are in the money options, which means under $10, so $9.99 and below, that believe that this is also going to go up. So a pretty significant amount versus puts. You can see if you add these 2 together and you add these 2 together, there are overwhelmingly number of people that believe that this is going to go up, but there is some market sentiment right now that is saying that this has potential to go down further in the numbers. That's all I got. I hope this was helpful. If you found anything useful in this video, if you'd like me to go through the complete package of the business slides, leave me a note in the comments below. Be sure to check out your free shares for a Webull account. Those are 6 free shares if you don't have a Webull account. And that's all I got. I'll see you guys in the next video.